Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine, your intuitive spiritual life coach. Today's thing I am doing, this is part 3 of the Archangel series, which is we're dealing with the Archangel. Our focus is the Archangel Raphael. Today's focus is on forgiveness. Forgive yourself, others for any mistakes, past, present, and future. On this walk as a divine unisoul, our main purpose is to practice unconditional love. How do a main big chunk of that is through practicing forgiveness. Okay, and so today I'm going to give just a couple of tidbits of things in which I use in order to practice forgiveness in mine. So I'm like Linda Cowling. This is an experiential channel, and what I mean by experiential channel means I experience it and then I tell you about it. Okay, so everything that I have done, I had tried it, tested, and it's tried and true for me, and it works. And if you're led to this channel some kind of way, we both vibe on the same vibration on this divine unisoul journey and walk. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is Saint Germain. Saint Germain is one of the ones that's known as the keeper of the violet flame. He is an ascension master. He is one in which I use and I pray every day pray. I use a prayer that's with him, aligned with him, each day to help me with my forgiveness. So it kind of purifies me for the things that has happened the day before. Some ways, things that I do is first, when you're using the prayer of Saint Germain, it is important that you sit with your feet grounded. This is the way to practice I've done. Now you might have other ways of doing it, but this way I use it. I have my feet grounded, and then you're supposed to picture yourself being starting from your feet from the ground up, going all the way up your legs, all the way up from your midsection, so all through the lower part of your chakras, working your way up to the upper part, all the way into your crown. So you're working it all the way up, and you're supposed to picture yourself standing in a violet flame all around you. Now the prayer that in which I use is I'm trying to find it right now. That's on my phone because every day all my prayers are pretty much located on my phone. It's at the top. Okay, the violet flame. You can find this on the violetflame.tripod.com. This is the one I use. Again, thevioletflame.tripod.com. Tripod is TRIPOD.com. This is the prayer in which I use on there. And it's on it. This is good because on here they're talking about the violet flame. They say it's all talking about what the violet flame does, how the violet flame works, the alchemist's dream, how to use the violet flame, what do others think of the violet flame, and decrees to the violet flame. Okay, and so what the violet flame does, I just read a little quickly about it. Ever wish there was a way you could wipe out your past mistakes? While you can't go back in time, the violet flame has the power to erase and transmute the cause and the effect and even the memory of our past mistakes. Transmutation means to change, to alter in form, appearance or nature. The violet flame changes negative energy into positive energy, darkness into light, fate into opportunity. The flame also erases the resultant bad karma of our mistakes. Okay. How it works, the violet flame works by changing vibrations in physics. Vibration is the speed of oscillation, the speed at which something moves back and forth. On the atomic level, vibration can be understood to be the speed at which electrons orbit around the nucleus of the atom. The violet flame works by changing vibrations on this level. Okay, and so how it works. The violet flame is practical and easy to use. It is often a good idea to call for spiritual protection before invoking the violet flame, and then find a place where you won't be disturbed and sit comfortably in a straight chair with your spine and head erect, legs and arms uncrossed, and feet flat on the floor. Rest your hands on your upper legs with palms facing upwards, okay? And then you go through the decree. One of the simple decrees that you can use for the violet flame is, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God's desire. And then it says, take a few slow, deep breaths and decree in your heart. Start off slowly, giving decree with love, devotion, feeling, and repeat the decree 3 times. So let's do that together. So I am a being of violet fire. You can repeat after me. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of God's desires. Again, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of God's desires. I am the being of violet fire. I am the purity of God's desire. Okay, we've said that 3 times together. And then you can gradually increase this. You could do it 9 times, 36 times, 72 times, 144 times. Okay, then you have some decrees that you can say along with that. One of the ones that I use between 2 of them is the I am violet flame, which is longer. When you say, I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. Even my back is on fire when I think about that. Again, and so that's the decree for the I am violet flame. And then you have a violet flame decree for forgiveness, which we're talking about today's topic. I am forgiveness acting here, casting out all doubt and fear, setting men forever free with wings of cosmic victory. I am calling in full power for forgiveness every hour to all life in every place. I flood forth forgiving grace. Okay, that is one. Angels, can you please make sure don't nobody call while I'm on this? Can you do your own blockade system? Because this is some good stuff. I don't want to start over and over again. So I thank you for that. Okay, Archangel Michael. So that's one thing that I practiced there with that. And then you go back. I'm sorry. Now start talking. Thank you. I already want to say you didn't finish it out. Then you go back. And I usually finish out, and then when you finish saying it all, after you have finished decreeing, you ask, in the name of the Christ within me, I ask that this violet flame be multiplied and used to assist all souls on this planet who are in need. I thank you and I accept it done according to the will of God. Okay, so that's one thing of practice that you can use for forgiveness. Another one that I use is the Ho'oponopono prayer. Ho'oponopono prayer. Ho'oponopono prayer. Yeah, I said it right. And so that's an old Hawaiian one. That thing works. That prayer right there works wonders. I remember one time me being the Aries, my flip mouth, and I had said something to the divine masculine, and I was like, oh my God, I had just learned this prayer. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to be really, really upset. You know, that didn't go well. You know, I gave him a piece of my mind, and that's not. And I went to go get the prayer, the Hawaiian prayer, Ho'oponopono prayer. And as soon as I said it, right after, he had texted me back something, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. It's an ancient prayer, the vibrations of it just really goes through and cuts it. I even had gotten to it with my mom one time, and I remember I had said the prayer, and as soon as I said that, you know, she's kind of, you know, talking in her own way. Anybody know my mom, you know, she's kind of, that one there is special. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so this is the prayer, the Ho'oponopono prayer. Okay, I was right. Say, I am, okay. You start with I'm sorry. Well, in my way, my spiritual beliefs that we have, we always say we don't ever say I'm sorry. So I switched it around and say I apologize. So you say I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You know, and you say that to that person you think about, and then you also follow behind it, you know, saying why, you know. So at that time it say, you know, I apologize for what I had said to the divine masculine, you know, I might say what it was specifically, you know, I said X, Y, and Z. Then I say, please forgive me, you know, because that's with the intentions of it, you know, I know better. That wasn't really what was in my heart, you know, and my aim wasn't really to hurt you by what I said. And then you say, thank you. I thank you for still being and loving me no matter what, you know, that, and seeing the good in me regardless. And then, you know, and saying, and I love you, you know, I love you for being you. I love you for understanding that that's not really what it was, what I was really, I didn't know I could do that. You know, that wasn't really my intentions, knowing that's not my intentions. So, that's another way you could practice, doing forgiveness, as well. Okay. Another thing is writing it down and burning it, you know, all the time. I might have to borrow from you. I don't know. Okay. Doing that, writing it down, writing a letter to the person. I remember one time I had did that. One time I had wrote a letter to the divine masculine, and I remember at that time my spiritual mentor was telling me that she could tell some kind of way energetically I was still linked to that, and she's like, you know, you got to do something to kind of break that cord, that whatever used to just bind you from whatever you had written in that letter. So I went ahead and burned it. That's a way sometimes you could do that too. The person is not, let's say, the divine masculine or the divine feminine is not there before you, and you can't actually you know, say those things to that person. A good way to do that is to write that information. Write it down like you actually write, like dear masculine or dear feminine or dear mom or dear whatever this person that's in there, you know, yada yada yada, dear son, you know, in their name, and just write down all that stuff. And then once you finish doing that, then you give it to the flame and you burn it. You could burn it, you know, you take it outside and burn it. Some people say, you know, use a specific kind of candle in which to do that. A white one to purify it in the white light, you know, whatever. You could use with green to heal the heart or whatever like that. You could do that. You could do it in pink and love. Get your pink candle and burn it through that. You know, whatever you feel instinctively, you know, that you want to use, you can use that as a form of doing that. Another way of doing it, just the old method, like a lot of people have said, you know, visualize, like sometimes you visualize that you actually have a conversation, you know, like psychology. Some of them say, get you the chair there and you talk to the chair and you act like it's actually them, that it has to heal. That's really good practice for especially those that have passed on, and you know it's really no kind of way that you're going to be able to talk to that person. So you know you kind of use that method where you just kind of talk to them using the chair, saying, you know, those words like that, you know, that you hurt me, and things of that nature. You know, you just really pour out and just be honest with the person, you know. And that sometimes that's another method of you being able to practice forgiveness as well. Last thing I want to say, when all else fails, guess what? Let go and let God, or if you don't believe in God, let go and let the universe have it, handle it. Because you sitting there harboring these feelings against this person about them doing X, Y, and Z, really is not going to help you. It's like the old adage you heard the saying, everybody always says, it's like you drinking poison and expecting the poison to kill the other person, because you like, here, you ain't forgive, you have like, I want you to forgive, I want to, you know, I want to forgive you, I don't want to forgive you about what you did. And so, you know, but then you drinking the poisons for yourself. Well, you gonna die, you know, the other person ain't gonna die, you gonna end up dead. So, you know, that's why we get to the point we just forget it. You know, they remind me, and that's so funny today, and I'll share that. That today my talked about the different cars, because we in the process, we were trying to get trade in Dad's car, do something with his car that he has. And so then she's like, yeah, she going through all the cars Dad had, and then she going through all the cars I had. And then she's like, well, what's that? That we always jokingly call it, the car was, my first car was a Tercel. And she said, which one is that one that your dad put that octopus looking engine in, and I swear by God it was. So what happened is, long story short, um, like I told her, I've always had a relationship with my cars. Like, I really treat them like I believe that the divine spirit is working actually through my cars. You know, they ain't just jumping in there. It's like, you know, that's actually living, breathing spirit is working through them. So, you know, I name them everything. Lexi, you know, Big Boy, Big Red, you know, Green Hornet, whatever. Then what was it? What's the other Lexi one? No, that was Lexi. That was Lexi. The other one, this one I call Lexi Junior or whatever. Um, and so, you know, each one it has that. So we had Tercel. That was what am I call that car? God, Tercy. I think I call it Tercy. So Tercy, when I got in, you know, I talked to, you know, at the time it was almost time for me to get oil changed. And I had been kind of like skating on this sucker. Like, you know, I knew it was time for oil change. I was like doing all the way to the end. And that time, you know, I was coming back from college fresh. Didn't have no money, no means. So I'm called to the car. I said, listen here. This, I see this light on, just kind of work with me. Like, you know, I'm going to get you some oil Saturday. Just give me from work back and forth, and I got you. I'm gonna get you right on Saturday. I promise. You know, you ain't never seen me not give you when you supposed to. So lo and behold, my dad jumped up. My aunt was here, and he was supposed to take her back to the airport. Lo and behold, he jumped into the car and takes my car to the airport, and he gets over there. Like, that time my grandmother lived like everybody, this hop, skipping, and jump. And he gets on there, the engine light. I like, oh God. So I didn't know what the heck happened. And he was like, I don't know what this wind. He's like, oh Lord, please don't tell me that this child ain't had no oil. And so the man was like, you know, when you get engine light, it's a done deal. It's over with. And so didn't have no oil in it, no nothing. And so then I was like, I'll be damned. So, you know, Dad, he went on, you know, he doing macho man. He acted like he more upset with me. And I'm looking at him saying, well, you ain't had no damn business jumping into my car. That wasn't that gonna happen. And so, you know, that's bad. So he did fix it. He went and took it to this man. It's so funny, on my route home, going down Grand Avenue, sometimes I didn't know until I looked and I put two and two together. I said, that's that place that Dad got that octopus engine from that he put in the Tercel. So I've been practicing it. Sometimes I take an alternate route if I don't want to take the expressway. I take the streets, take Grand all the way from the west side all the way down to the Dan Ryan, and then 94, and then jump on and then go south from that point on. And so then I looked and I said, I'll be damn a remembrance of it. So anyway, so I was upset about that for years. You know, I was really upset. I said, he ain't touching none of my damn cars. I trust to believe he ain't gonna touch another damn car. So I had about 2 cars out there. I had that one, the other car, Lexi, and then I had Lexi Junior. So I had about 3 so far. No, stop lying. Lexi, RAV4, no. Tercel, RAV4, Lexi. Okay, so yeah. So I had that one, I have to remember. And so yeah, I didn't have a car after that. So anyway, I'm so upset about that. I said, he ain't touching this RAV4. He ain't gonna touch, you know, I'm just saying, he ain't gonna touch no other cars after this with that. And, you know, then I did, lo and behold, I did take it to the dealership. I was scared as heck because that, if I want to tell you, that sucker looked like it had every wire. I don't know how this person had put that wire together, but it had about 24 different wires coming out of this sucker, looking almost like this feather from the down engine. I don't know what that was all about, what it was. You know, I say, I know I'm in laughing stock. Everybody, when they get a oil change, they looking underneath and say, what the hell kind of engine is this? You know, but I took it to the dealership when I was getting ready to turn it in for it, because the body of it was good. I mean, wasn't nothing else wrong with it. Took it in, traded in to get me a RAV4. Man gave me, you know, good deal on it. I don't know if the spirit and the angels changed it around it. It didn't look like it was. I do remember me having that dream to let me know about the dream, because I remember I had woke up one day and I was in my dream, I was at the dealership and they gave me a whole bunch of money. I remember me waking up with my hand up like this. you know, like they was actually giving me my money. From the other side at that time. That's what I would call it, the other side. I didn't know that. So from the other dimensions for that. So yeah, so anyway, long story short, it's long story. Cut it off now because it's already long. Got there now. Several cars later, after a while, I was like, you know what? This don't make no sense. Me hard. I'm talking. He ain't gonna touch my car. He ain't gonna look at my car. And there's many times that I had to need him. That I had to go get some car repair that I couldn't be. And so, you know, I would say honestly, until about this last car here, the other car I did, RAV4, I didn't let him touch it all. I meant that when I said you ain't touching it, I mean your behind ain't touching it. And he was at the point that he was scared too. You know, he like, no. Next car I got after that is like, okay, you know, we was a little kind of touchy. It's like, I'm giving you a little bit, the keys. This last car, I like, hey, you know, gone, it's over with, it's done deal. You know, I can't keep on harboring this kind of feelings this long. So I say all that. Sometimes you got to get to the point and you just got to just say, I got to let go and let God. Or I got to let go and let the universe handle that situation. This is what we have to do, especially in the twin flame community or the divine unisoul community. We've got to come to the point that we are really forgiving and learning. That's even for the divine masculine. That's even for the divine feminine. That's even for these karmics or these karmic situations, persons, places, things. We got to really come to the point of really exercising what we came here, which is to change the scope and the game plan of how we show love. And so these are the keys. I gave you 5 keys in which you can use, the keys, in order to use, in order to practice forgiveness. Call on Archangel Raphael. He will be there to assist you and to help you. Ask on the Ascension Master Saint Germain as well. That can help you to do that. Use the Ho'oponopono prayer as well to help you, and use all these skills. You know, like I said, I gave you fellowship. When all else fails, again, you let go and let the universe handle it. All right. Till next time, if you would like a reading with me, go to www.divineunisoul's11.com. Giving the $7 special, $7 holler, 15 minutes. These are all videotaped, and then I send you the private link to YouTube. You don't have to take any time out of your day. We don't have to sit down. You know, I just send it to you. You give me the 3 questions that you need, birth dates and names, all the people, the parties that's concerned in your reading, and then I shoot it back to you. So that's a really good way, because that's how you get 15 minutes. Well, I mean 15 minutes of reading, not a couple of minutes me talking, you talking, and then we losing time. So that's something to keep in mind, just in case some of y'all are like, well, I ain't got the time to do that, you know, really sit down with you. But this is it. You just shoot me the information, and then I shoot you back the video. Okay? And with a private link that only you can see. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascendant. Namaste, Namago.